Hey Dev, how are you?
Hello, and I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, I am also fine. So, what are we discussing today?
Yes, so as you can see on the screen, we are going to have a hands-on in SEO, search engine optimization. If you have not seen the last video of SEO, what SEO is and what values and what business points it adds to your project or whatever you are trying to make for an online appearance, you should really check out our last SEO introduction video, right? In this
Yeah,
video,
that was very amazing.
yeah, in this video we will have a little bit of hands-on how to how to get started actually in ground level and what are your first steps to actually implement SEO, right? So SEO
Okay.
depends on which platform you actually targeting to. For example, you are targeting Google Maps, right? So if you're targeting Google Maps, then you will have a different set of operations or steps or contents you would have to make for it for maps, right? If you want an online presence of directly the business contacts, that would be the case, right? Now the second aspect of this is having a website of your own with your own domain, and from there your customers can go to maps and directly contact you, right? So in this scenario, you would have to SEO-fy your website itself, right? So that is the first point where user will income, right? So how to make
Yep.
your website an online presence and how to actually submit it to Google Search Console, how good your domain name should be, how authorized and authenticated domain should be, how much original your content should be in your website. So let's say you are having a website of some books, right? So there are some books. So whenever you're listing those books, right, the information that your homepage of the website or whatever internal links page the book page website is there, those should be very well finished. They should be mobile friendly. They should be page optimized. They should show customers or user or whoever is coming to your website securely, reliably, and trustworthy, right? Google actually does have one protocol for that. I don't remember the word right now. It is a four word protocol which Google follows, right? So after having this four metrics of your overall website, you can actually submit your domain name, or you can say actually submit your property to Google Search Console, right? And can be owner of that. And this Google Search Console will provide you different type of statistics, like how many clicks are there in last 30 or 90 or 120 days, and it will actually allow you to uh, okay, so this GSC panel would show you uh, the clicks or impressions, basically your CTR ratio, clicks per how many clicks were there divided by how many impressions actually were there. So and many other things actually, which links that are actually indexed in your Google account, right? So let's say your company name is XYZ, and if you search XYZ, then the first website would be yours, right? Whatever your website would be. So that all the info, whether your site is rejected, whether your site have any duplicate content. Basically, this panel will provide it. There are other tools or extensions with this GSE. Some of them are Looker Studio, where you can basically import your all this data and visualize it very nicely, right? And the another is you can just if you are having a very large website, you can export your data via BigQuery, right? And you can again visualize it in Looker Studio or visualize it in any other platform you would like to integrate with. Right, so this is the basic idea. So in the flow that we are going to discuss is basically what aspects that you should consider while making an SEO optimized website, right? So let's say there is a website, let's say Amazon website, right? So if you search Amazon, notice how first website is the Amazon itself, right? It would obviously be because
Yep.
they are most indexed website of their own. They own this domain. They have indexed it in the Google. They are authorized, owner of this domain, and they are actually providing very good information that Google actually has set standards for, right? So if you see this, let's click on
Okay.
this Amazon.com. Yeah. So the normal view of some normal user would be, yes, there is a search button, and there are some sliders, and in the bottom section there are some mini subsections of different offers and different products, right? So main thing matters here is how many h1 tags, h2 tags, h3 tags, and those hierarchical HTML tags are there in your website. So if you want to and the performance wise also, let's see how they have optimized this web version for mobile. So if I open this in iPhone 14 Pro Max and set this to 100% visibility, okay, let's see Pixel 7. So they have pretty much optimized it. Let's do a little bit and give it a zoom. Okay, beyond 300 it would be fine. So
Huh.
let's check the performance of this website. So once you submit
And
this,
how we do that actually?
sorry, what?
The performance, like what are the parameters for the measurement of, let's say, this performance of
Yeah,
website?
yeah. So yeah, let me clear that. There are four parameters in performance. There is TBT. Sorry, there is TBT. There is CLS.
Okay.
CLS. There is one called total blocking. This is total blocking time. This is cumulative layout shift, and first contentful paint is there, and fourth one is I don't remember the fourth one, but it is something similar to this. So let's actually, so this is the page speed insights web.dev by Google itself. So let's just paste our URL here, amazon.in, right? So what this will do is basically these four parameters, what it does is uh, how your content is actually being rendered to user, right? So are there any
Yeah.
JavaScript waterfall thing? Let's say this is the time frame, right? This is the time frame for loading one JavaScript file or any other file. This time frame, right?
Okay.
Then after this has been loaded, the another file is loading. Another three file is loading,
Yep.
and after this has been loaded,
Hmm.
then one image gets loaded. Right. So let's say your this file was basically Google. tag file, G tag file, which probably you will
Okay.
be using for Google AdSense or Google Analytics, right? So what this will do is it will fetch Google tag script, and then after this has been finished, it will let's say these are the JavaScript basic JavaScript files, and here your image front image gets loaded. So let's say this is your website time frame, right? This is 1 second, this is 2 second, this 0.1 second, this is 0.2 second, this is 0.3 second, and so on, right? So since this
Okay.
Google tag is being loaded on your first screen, there will be nothing. In your second fraction of second, there will be also nothing. Let's say in third fraction of second, your basic text that you are calling from API from this JavaScript files that are being loaded would be rendered like this. You'll be seeing some basic text
Huh.
without CSS and all stuff. And after this red line that you are seeing, which are images and CSS, after this, there will be a layout which is close to perfect, where here there is the image and already the text which was rendered would be here, right? So what happened here
Okay.
is let's say there is a button here, and okay, and below this is the screen. Okay, wait a minute. This is the button and this is the image. Okay, so let me very quickly replicate this and again make a screen. So this is your screen, right? So because
Yep.
image takes more time than loading button, what button will do is button will, if the CSS is not written perfectly, the button will be above the image, right? Button will be here. Am I right?
Huh. Yeah, because the
So
content is not loaded yet.
exactly. So what normal user, let's say there is a user scenario where internet is very slow. So whenever user will open that form or that viewport, user will try to click here, right? And when he tries to click here, let's say he clicks first time, nothing happens. Let's say he clicks second time, nothing happens. Third time, fourth time. He basically, if he spams here, right, nothing will happen. But as soon as during that spam clicks, when this image gets loaded, he will accidentally click on this image, right? So what happened actually
Yeah,
here
yeah.
is this button has this layout shift from this level, to this level. This layout shift is known as CLS, which is very dangerous layout shift, because here
Hmm.
we are taking the case of image, right? What if there was a let's say there was some back button over here. What if there was a back button over here, right? And user would be spamming here, and suddenly the black button uh, is loaded here. Then let's say he's making a payment, then that payment would be failed because he is gone
Cancel.
back to
Yeah.
the, yeah. Right, so that can be a really bad problem. So this CLS measures how many layout shifts are there in your actual viewport. So you would really need to avoid, it should be less than zero point 0.1. Your score should be less than zero point 0.1, right? So there's basic idea of CLS. And the total blocking time I already explained, that until this Google tag is loaded, the other links, other images, other CSS are actually waiting to get in the frame, right? So that's pretty bad for your
Okay.
that's pretty bad for users, because if your performance, if you're measuring performance, you're measuring performance for users, right? Why would you
Huh.
if you want your website to be on the front, then it has to be very good at performance, right? So that's why they have these parameters set up. So let's see what Amazon.in has to give us. Yeah, so let's check for the desktop first. Yeah, so its score is 69, performance is 69, accessibility is 82, best practices best 89, and SEO is 92. So these four things I was talking about. Uh, okay, the first thing, fourth thing was largest contentful paint. Which component
Okay.
took the most time to render? That's the largest contentful paint, right? So these four parameters actually measures your performance of website, right? So and that's how the score gets made up. So as you can see from the second frame itself, the whole website has been loaded. If you see, the total blocking time is very high. It is in red zone. It should be between let's say 200 ms or 100 ms. So if you want to see what links actually are blocking that total blocking time, you can actually hop in here and see what links are actually blocking, and just defer them. There is a JavaScript keyword, you would have known defer,
Huh.
right? So what it will do is this, it will load this link later. It will load this one first, JavaScript one first, because this is obviously not important, right? That you have figured out it from this analysis of page web insight, that this link is not needed on the time of the render. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
makes. I mean, if it is not required, so why? And like at the page render time, then why it should take like hold for it to load?
yeah, exactly. So there are different so many parameters based on your what you are loading. Let's say you are having an audio file loaded into your website. It can be a video, it can be image, it can be anything. So depending on what your website is going to have, what product you are going to have in your website, you would have to optimize it in such a manner that I have shown you. So the next thing is
Yeah.
accessibility. So you would have seen some buttons that says click here, or some of them, uh, those text you see does not have basically accessible name, right? So click here, but where? Because what happens is, what will happen in near future, or is a bit happening right now also. Let's say you don't want to see the website, and let's say Alexa is trying to access amazon.com, amazon.in, or whatever website. So what the Alexa will do is it will not render these images and text, all the stuff. What Alexa will do, it will basically pick this text and these buttons, right? And it will describe it to you, right? So let's say you are in a payment page of Amazon, you are purchasing something. So when Alexa will say enter your card details, then it will say enter your CVV, and it will say click here, right? if
Huh.
if they have a button that says click here, and you would have no idea that you are paying actually at that moment. So having those type of tags is probably not recommended or accessible for everyone. So we would need to avoid those generic terms, and instead you would have, let's say, you can have make payment. That's what Alexa will tell you. Great, your CVV is successful. Now let's click on. Now let's move to make payment button. Should I go ahead and click that? Right. So that
Okay. Okay.
anonymity is gone. Right. User is very clear about what Alexa will be, or any other voice translated controlled environment is going to click on or having interaction with. So your button names does matter. You cannot just right click here or click there or read more or learn more here and all the stuff. And obviously for images you have to have alternate tag, right? That's a very obvious one, because whenever images are not loaded in such areas where user is having low internet, a text is a close guess to what is being loaded there or what is being described in the page. So that's basically
Yep.
their score is a little bit low. I don't know, but yeah, that's how we can learn from it. Yeah, and other basic practices are there at and SEO.
Yeah. Great.
So they have basically not used crawlable links directly in the tags. They're suggesting that you should do href, but Amazon's probably relinking this to their search page. Let's say if you click here, then it would not go to a particular product, right? It will go to certain page, right? So that's the difference. Now there is a deep website about this analysis, which is web page test, which will show you exactly what is being loaded. It's a really great, you know. So let's try our Amazon dot in and go ahead and start the test. So it will run 2 or 3 runs. Actually, you can see 3 runs, and
Okay.
it will.
Average the score.
Yeah, while that happens, this is the basic step for verifying or owning your domain and displaying your insights into Google Search Console, right? So
Yep.
that's where you can get verified about your website. Okay, that's still going on.
These websites are very great. I mean,
Sorry.
these links are very great actually because we can see how the things are being done. Like the website like Amazon, the e-commerce, they have lots of images, lots of stuff to manage in
Yeah,
their web page, right?
exactly.
So yeah, and testing of those four parameters that you have described, it is also very hard for these kind of websites because there are lots of things.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this is the login page of it. We don't really want that login page. But one more thing I want to emphasize on is Walmart actually had increased their revenue just because they increased their performance. I'm not sure of
Oh,
revenue after increase in performance of their website. Yeah, you can see this.
yep. Because eventually your users will get like start to get better experience, and
Exactly.
if they're getting better experience, then yeah, so
Yeah, exit number.
eventually they will come to your website.
Yeah, this is the exit percentage. Video consolidated revenue 4.8% in this fiscal Q2.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so there are many examples like that. Basically, as you correctly said that it's basically for users, right? That's what matters the most.
Yep.
So I have personally SEO filed one website. I cannot reveal that because of some privacy reasons. So if you want to actually
Okay.
optimize it, if you anyone watching want to optimize your website, in field of JavaScript or any other, or make your website's presence or even your business's presence online more, attract more customers and stuff like that, please contact me. Let We will discuss out very good stuff. Yeah. So I think
Yeah, guys.
this has only
Mm.
loaded login page. Let's find out some other links
Okay.
where, let's say, for some books are being loaded. We would need some dynamic content. Let's try this website. Okay, now we have reached the limit for it. You can try the page inside itself also. So this first section is of what user is actually experiencing, like real-time data, right? And this one is
Okay.
their live test. Previously we discovered some for desktop, right? Now let's look some for mobile
Huh.
also. Okay, I think they are probably having static content. That's how it gets loaded very fast in the desktop also and in the
Mm.
mobile also. You can see total blocking time is
Yup.
30 milliseconds, right? And this large contentful paint is because of this image, as you are seeing here. You can see this in the first
Oh.
2 frames it is not being loaded, and the third frame onwards it's being loaded, right? So yeah, you can.
And
Yeah.
I have one question. Let's say uh the meaning of frames is totally machine dependent. Let's say one frame for my machine, it is different for like compared to one frame for your machine. So the concept of like frame is like, let's say my frames are being loaded very fast because, like, let's say, based on my machine's performance. I mean, if my CPU, my processing is very fast and my frames are being loaded very fast. So is that, like, does it affect the measurement of performance of your website, or it will not? Like, these tests are being performed from another machines that they have, like, hosted where on their servers, on their premises, or it is being performed from our machine.
No, no, as you can see here, I have highlighted this. This is captured at this timing, right? In this mobile, in this CPU version.
Okay.
It's all the configuration, all the screen size, and all this stuff is written here. It is a single page session. Data is taken from single page session, right? Initial page load.
Okay.
So slow 4G throttling. Actually, they have also written how many bytes per second they are actually using, and the location also, browser location also. And this one is user agent. So ideally, your user agent would be Google bot or Bing bot, right? You would obviously be indexing your website in Google or Microsoft Bing. But here they have their
Yeah.
own user agent, which is also from remote, as they've written network. which is this Mozilla Android 11. So this device, which this browser configuration, you can see Chrome, Mobile Safari, will hit this URL,
Yeah.
and whatever scores,
Okay.
whatever
So I
links, whatever delays that gets generated will be delivered into this interface here itself. Right. So let's,
okay, okay.
since you have
Got it.
said this, let's do an experiment. I'm sharing this link with you, and you can actually share your screen and
Now
test
I
this.
need to enter this
Yeah,
in here and now click on analyze.
yeah. Just wait for it. It is
Okay.
loading. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's basically same score, almost same score. You can go for mobile. Okay, almost same score are there. No drastic difference.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So I guess my doubt was cleared.
Yeah. So there, you can
Being loaded.
if you go very deep into this, deep into your request, incoming, outgoing, and the load on that remote device, there is definitely some difference in measurements, but basically it is not our machines. It is their machines which is idle
Yeah.
for measurements, right? So we can probably trust this score and work on this course. I have personally worked with websites which had even less than 30% performance score, 30% performance score, and bring I brought it to 30 90%, right? So
Oh,
yeah, that's really possible with this type of tools, right? So let me
that's
just,
great.
our limit for 1 day is over, so let me try some other way around for it. So I can show you the waterfall of request, and how does that actually work for Amazon.in. See, so it will take some while to connect it. You can see the screen, right?
Yep, I can see the screen.
Okay.
Mm.
So Google has noted, they have actually very large set of steps and instructions for how to optimize your website, how to bring, what are the standards for getting a website online, which is at Google Search Docs, Google for Developers, documentation on how to improve SEO. I will share this link and materials in our uh, video geeks website. Right, so there are
Yeah.
all the stuff.
Also share in the Discord.
Sure, sure. All the stuff you need to know, how the crawling works, how the indexing works, what type of search appearance you want. Let's say you are having FAQ, search breadcrumbs, or anything you want. Right. So that's really helpful.
Yeah, that's very great resource. So every viewers watching out there, please note that nobody will share you this kind of information with you. Like these
Yeah,
are very standard resources.
yeah. They have also their own podcast going on where they discuss myths about SEO, right? Like keyword does matter or not. So you can listen to those also at this search of the record. It is available in all these streaming platforms: Spotify, Google Podcast, Amazon, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is successfully run. So now let me show you the waterfall for this. So as you can see, after 2.6 seconds, this frame has been loaded, right? And there are some shifts from there. Overall scroll is good, but let's see the waterfall.
Right.
So this is the waterfall that I was trying to tell. So you are seeing this uh, blue line. Hello,
Yes,
you are seeing this blue line here.
I can see that. Yep, yep.
So that's where the document has actually completed to load, as you can see here. Right, and before that, these
Yeah,
many files are we trying to load. You can see this DNS that is there, then connect,
yeah, it's
then SSL,
1K.
then HTML, then again DNS, then connect, then SSL, then CSS, then the CSS files are trying to getting into the render page, then some PNG is there, then after this many seconds, the whole document is completed, and this is where the render started. Right, so you can actually study this and exactly know where which file is being a trouble for your performance. Is that clear?
Yep, I guess that's a very great explanation by you. For anyone out there who is like publishing their websites, it will be like uh, you can say very helpful.
Yeah, so if you want to index or make your presence online, you can contact me. uh, More stuff will be will get to know about discuss and filling your queries.
Yeah, and I like that crown on the SEO.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so that's it. Any questions for our side?
Uh, no, I think it was very great. It was very helpful information for me too. So yeah,
Yeah, so this is the second session of our SEO series. Now we are on your request only. Our third session would be conducted. Right, if you have personal issues regarding your SEO, you can directly contact us. I will personally guide you through it. Right, but no
yeah,
more this
you
series.
can.
Publicly this series ends here, but if you want personal, you know assistant, you can directly contact us. Yeah, if there is any
Yep.
demand like that, you can definitely make a video on this. Let me know about it in comments.
Yeah, so every viewer, if you want any more specific videos on SEOs and all that stuff, I mean, not all that stuff, or only related to SEO, then you can make a comment. You can request for that, and we'll be very happy to make a videos on that. And also for someone who might need any personal assistant on this SEO, you can contact us. And our contact details are mentioned in on our website, Video Geek. So do check out that website also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's it for today's session.